In life, we all know that there's certain rules that we have to follow, like unspoken things, right? No elbows on the table, always cover your mouth when you sneeze, but the most important one of all, don't talk about politics, which is exactly what I'm going to do today. Welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you. So, a lot of people always ask me, you're so young. What are you going around talking about politics? What if somebody disagrees? And God forbid somebody has to bring up the T word, Donald Trump. But, you know, to me, politics is more than just choosing sides and angry discourse. It's about infusing and using your voice to lift up these ideas that affect us all, right? But I'm only one person, and it takes thousands and thousands of people voting or taking action in any way that they can to generate any kind of change, which therein lies the issue, because I am only one tiny person, and it's been proven. I hear my peers all the time say, you know, talk about how disappointed they are with the state of the world, yet they don't do anything to try to change that. And every year, the election comes around, and it's the same thing. Millennials are all throat and no vote, and to a certain extent, that's kind of true. In 2016, youth voters showed out for only 50% of the votes. And when I say youth voters, that's 18 to 29, which is a big discrepancy compared to other age groups. And why is this? Why is it not cool to vote on issues that they're voting on that are going to end up affecting us in the future? Why is that the way that we look at things? And for all of you sitting in the audience, rolling your eyes like, why politics? It's so controversial. It's only for adults. But look at the policies that are affecting us directly right now. How many of you guys are going to college in the next few years? Right? That's a lot of hands. College tuition, politics, right? How many of you guys are driving? Okay. How many of you guys want to drive but can't because you're not 16 yet? Right. Politics. How many of you guys are concerned that in the next 50 years, getting shorter and shorter every day, we might not be able to live on this earth anymore? Right? That's all of you. Politics. So it's things that really directly affect us that sometimes we don't even realize. So how do I come into play to all this? Well, as most of you guys know, earlier this year I started a March for Our Lives chapter at my high school. And through that, I ended up interning for the American Civil Liberties Union. Now, before even starting it, just thinking about starting the March for Our Lives Club, there was backlash. And for those that don't know, March for Our Lives was an organization founded from the Marjory Stoneman Douglas students who on February 14th, 2018, had to bear witness to the tragedy of a school shooting at their school. So, to be clear, March for Our Lives is completely nonpartisan. But before even starting the club, I was threatened by the school board for it to be shut down. I was called plenty of names online by adults like stupid, incompetent, and my personal favorite, and I quote, a self-entitled Tide Pod eating millennial brat. So this is quite interesting. Points for creativity there. But it begged the question to me, why? Why is there so much anger about me doing something? Because isn't this what we've been taught our whole life? When we believe in something, go out and make it happen, volunteer, get involved. And every day our generation is called lazy and unmotivated, but the second I go out to do it and it just happens to be something they disagree with, I'm told to sit down, shut up, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And I think part of that stems from the idea that politics are this, mean, nasty fighting between two sides, and that's all it is. But politics can generate great change. Through discourse and conversation, although sometimes very uncomfortable, when a middle ground can be reached, solutions can come up from that. And that's what we want, right? Solutions to benefit the greater good. And when people ask me, why do you care so much about politics? At the end of the day, it's because I care about people. I care about the planet. I care about my future. I care about policies that will not only affect me, but affect people different from me, people who aren't as privileged as me, people who have different walks of life, and people, generations that I haven't even met yet. That's why I care, because it's so much bigger than us and so much bigger than what a lot of people make it out to be. It's something that affects everyone. And let me be clear, when I say getting political, that's different for everyone. That doesn't mean you have to get up on a stage and do a whole TED Talk on politics. It doesn't mean that you have to even, volunteer or campaign. It can be as simple as next time you hear somebody putting somebody else down, or next time there's a bill that comes out that you really want to support, do it. Go for it. Create artwork and solidarity for it. Have a conversation. All forms of activism are valid. And all of these little things add up to create this great, beautiful progress. And I want to leave you guys all here with one thing. No progress has ever been made in complacency. True strives for the universe always comes from a place of standing up and speaking out. Thank you.